Hey guys, how you doing? I wanted to talk about a comment from Perplexedpixie about how can she get things moving with her art and stuff. And I think you really need to ask yourself a few questions about like what type of art you do, what market you're aiming to sell your art with, and I think once you ask yourself those questions, then you can decide what direction to go in. First of all, Perplexedpixie, what's your dream in life? What is your ultimate fantasy with your art, your dream? Where do you see yourself? Because the most important thing is visualization, and you need to visualize what you want to happen. Because if you don't have a clear image in your head, you can't expect the universe to understand exactly what you want. So first of all, you need to put what you want in your head first. You need to think about, seeing, you've got your own craft shop, you're teaching people how to do techniques, or, you're making scrapbooks, assemblage, any of those things. Then you need to think about, okay, look at what you're good at. What do you do? Then you need to think about what type of people would be interested in my work. I see that you're into crafting. That's what's on your profile. And then you need to look at getting a name for yourself. And that you're not just Perplexedpixie stay-at-home mum, crafter, you're an amazing artist. And that you have a skill and you have knowledge to impart, and that people want to know that. From watching previous videos of yours, you say that, your family don't really support you 100% in your artistic endeavours. It's not their thing. That's not what they are. And your family is the toughest critics, They don't see the passion that you see in what you do. And you need to, if you want people to take notice of your work, then you need to, I guess, maybe you're treating it not as seriously, or as you're not so compassionate about it in front of them. Or maybe you say things like, oh, I'm not that good, or I'm just, a hobby artist, I'm trying, blah, blah, blah. Those words are not power words. You want to have power words when you're talking about your art. Because not only are you implanting positive thoughts by telling people, I'm really proud of what I do, I love it, it's a passion, they're all power words. And people genuinely see through, intuitively they see where you're at. And if you're not 100% there, then you can't expect them to be 100% there. So it all comes about with changing of attitude. That is the most important thing if you want to get your art moving. It's all about your own attitude. And you know, it's easy for me to talk the talk, but you know, I'm walking my talk as well. You know, I live in a really small country. Norway's rather a rich country because of all the oil and gas that we have here. You know, when I first came here, I thought, oh, how am I ever going to get? I don't have any connections art-wise. I'm in another country that speaks a different language. You know, there's all that thing that goes with that. I don't have any support networks to do anything. And you know, for the first year, I sort of just basically concentrated on getting my studio space together, working on a series of works, working with all these new products I'd never worked with before, and getting comfortable with my surroundings. And then once I got my little, you know, once I felt more comfortable in myself, I asked Eric if any of his friends had any contacts that I could possibly go and see, and there wasn't really anyone at that stage. So I just decided I would cold call a gallery, take a bunch of works into a gallery and see what they thought. And you know, I was amazed to say straight away, I went into this gallery and they said, yep, we'll take all your works. And I was amazed, and that's it. I just walked in confident, made sure I had you know, my resume, my examples of my work, business cards, website, you know, I have all that. And but really the work sells itself. I mean, you can be shocking at talking to people, interviewing and stuff, and I'm not the best at interviewing, but I believe my work speaks for itself, and I don't really need a lot to sell it when I take it to galleries, because you know, they either like it or they don't. And you know, this gallery that I've been with in Oslo that, you know, I'm not with anymore, they weren't really into my works at all, and that's just the way it is. And you know, at first pages I took it personally, like, you know, I'm not good enough to be, you know, they don't really want to promote me. But at the end of the day, you're going to get galleries like that, and you're going to come across people that don't like your work. But that's just the nature of the beast, and you just have to learn to live with it and move on. Otherwise, you'll end up, you know, very bitter, twisted, and, you know, not getting anywhere. We believe in the underdogs a lot in Australia, about the people that, you know, come up from, we always support the underdogs, the people that come up from nowhere to actually get somewhere. And you know, you gotta fight fight for your right. So anyway, this video is probably getting a bit long, but I just want you to hang in there and maybe just think about changing your perception of things a little bit, and the way that you talk about your art around your family. Try and join some crafty groups, get more online with your images. I mean, look at me. Next 29th of January next year, I'm teaching 20 art teachers some of my techniques. Who would have thought I would be doing that, living in Norway? It's just amazing where life can take you. I mean, just YouTube, the exposure you get by showing yourself on YouTube is amazing, and you just don't know where doors may open. So I encourage everyone to get your art up on YouTube, get it out there, because there's people watching, and things happen at the right place at the right time. But you need to help them, you need to help the universe, help it happen. It's not going to happen by itself. And those that sit at home thinking, well, I'm just waiting for, the right moment, the right time. Well, the right time is now. It's in the present, and it's about you getting up, getting out there, and driving your desire, your passion out into the universe, and you will be rewarded. It may be hard at first, but just do it. Yeah. So anyway, I better go now because I'm just about up to my 10 minutes, but I'm going to continue this rant and rave. Please post a response, a video response, ask me questions, because I'll let you know what I think exactly, and I'm not afraid. Alright, later.